Fire away, anybody?
How have those young guys been coming along? I know they've been getting more reps.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of reps. Those guys. First guy. I'm really proud of him how hard he's worked. Nate Boerkircher. Been very detailed since the off season. He's worked really hard in the weight room, and he's really improved in all facets. He's become a run blocker. He absorbs the ball. I don't think he's had a drop all spring. He's made tough plays, So I'm really excited about what he's done thus far. AJ Rollins probably had his best day today at practice. He's always been a physical kid. I'm getting him to learn how to play a little bit more as a receiver. He's really starting to put things together. He came in really early this morning. Coach, what do we have? That's new. That's what it's going to take for him to continue to progress forward. James Carney, a little bit of a setback with him with a slight knee injury today. Nothing too bad, but hopefully we'll get him back on Friday. But really excited about those young guys, particularly Nate Boerkircher and AJ Rollins right now.
If I remember right with Nate, didn't you stop him at 4 games?
Yep.
You wanted to redshirt him.
Yep.
Keep that.
Yeah, I wanted. Because I saw the potential in him. Give us a longer shelf life with him here. He's really matured with his body also. He's put on some added weight. He's up over 235 now, and he's actually increased his speed. So I'm really excited about him coming along. With Travis, some of the other guys down right now. Fedoni down, Brewington down, Hickman down right now. It's giving those guys ample opportunity to showcase themselves. And reps, when you get reps, and when you coach under Coach Beckton, you're going to improve. So I'm kind of really happy that happened with those other guys right now. I wish nobody to get hurt, but it's giving those other guys an opportunity to step up and show their what they can do for us here.
We're a couple weeks into this camp so far. What's the best thing you've seen out of the team? What's the worst thing you've seen out of the team?
The best thing I've seen is the physicality on both sides. It's been a really chippy spring ball. That's what you need for being able to prepare yourself for the Big Ten. Guys are physical, fighting, and finishing on both sides of the ball up front. Even the receivers, the DBs, are doing a better job of finishing to the ball. So that's one of the things that's glaring for me. These guys come out every single day. We hadn't had any practices where there's been a lull. And the coaches done a great job of getting those guys and motivating it. It starts from special teams with Coach Bush. He sees those guys early in the morning, gets those guys motivated to go. But those guys they come out with a passion every single day, and that's what it's going to take for us to continue to move this program forward.
But on the other side of that, anything that you really got to get better?
Well, the cohesionness of new staff on offense. Obviously, there's some things there that we're still trying to figure out what Coach Whipple and Coach Raiola wants up front. And some of the things in the passing game. So those things between Coach Whipple and Coach Frost trying to merge things together and kind of getting a happy medium there. We got to do a better job there as a coaching staff trying to figure that out. But I really like where we're going, offensively, and really the entire team, special teams all to the defensive side of the ball and offensive side. We're a lot more physical, a lot more passionate about on each play trying to make each other better, and it's going to show next year.
Coach, would you describe how the tight end fits into some of the things that Coach Wilkie is trying to do with the offense? How would you describe it?
Well, I think we're more pass catchers in Coach Whipple's offense. More plays designed to get the tight ends the ball on certain plays. Quarterback's read is right now to the tight end on certain more plays than we've had in the past. So, which gives those guys an opportunity to be more involved in the passing game. So. In the running game, we're going to probably not put those guys in a bad situation. Also, talking to Coach Raiola and kind of getting a feel of what he's doing up front. He's trying to clean up what we've done with Coach Frost's run game, and then some of the stuff that he's had at on the Chicago level with the Bears, trying to piece that all together. We're putting the tight ends in a position where if we got to play with a lighter guy, that we're not putting those guys in position where they got to basically destroy somebody up front.
So what I hear you saying is that the tight end is more of a main option.
The thing I've learned about Coach Whipple is he wants everybody involved, tight ends, receivers, running backs. He wants everybody involved in the passing game. So there are certain plays that I know and the tight ends know they're the first option. So we've always been third, fourth. Now we got multiple plays where we're the first option. So the kids are really excited about that, and particularly Travis Vokalak. We want him to have a big year this year. We're really doing a good job of working on his top end of his routes so he can improve, in his passing skills. But really excited about being more of a first option in what we're doing with the tight ends.
You talked about injuries and obviously how younger guys are getting reps. In the long term, can that be kind of a blessing when some of those younger guys are getting reps now and then the older guys come back? What can that do maybe for the group overall?
Well,
for the fall and beyond?
Those guys that are hurt right now, they're coaching. So they're involved, quite a bit. So they're taking reps mentally, even though they're not out there physically getting it done. They got a script in hand, and then they're going through the play mentally through themselves and coaching up the guys. If the guy make a mistake, what can we do better? I would have done it a little bit differently here, So, and it's giving those other guys to take more reps so they can fine tune what they're trying to get done offensively. So it's been a little bit of a blessing, but I hate for guys to get hurt. But I know they're eventually going to be back, whatever the time level it is. Actually, Travis probably could have been ready to go, but we've kind of held him, which is kind of good to give those other guys a chance to showcase what they can do.
When do you have to have the offense stuff fully figured out? I mean, at what point do you begin to lose your patience?
Well, I think we're figuring things out right now, particularly when you got the new coaches, on the offensive side. Or basically, I'm the only one back from last year. Everybody has different ideas of how to do things, and I've kind of taken a step back a little bit, kind of figuring out, Coach Applewhite, wants a little bit different landmark on the running backs, and Coach Raiola had, with his scheme of things at Chicago. So those things that we're merging together, I think we're better today as an entire offensive staff than we were, a week and a half ago, as far as understanding what each coach wants, as far as the details of things. So I really we moved the ball, pretty much in the run game, pretty much every practice on the run plays this year. So I don't think the defense has got the better hand of us in the running game all spring. That kind of shows you what we're doing up front. I think the coaching, as far as being more detailed on what we're trying to get done on every single play and trying to eliminate a lot of run games, as far as in the package. We're keeping it a little bit more simple so the guys can actually execute versus different looks.
What's been your message to Thomas specifically? I mean, that's hard when you had that injury last year, then if something pops up again. What do you tell a guy going through that?
Well, I talk to all the injured guys every single day down in the training room. Thomas, Travis, Chris, Brewington, all those guys. I'm down there with the Carney when he's down there. He was down there the last couple of days. I'm always down there really motivating those guys. I call them at night. Hey, I want you to continue to be mentally focused and understand what's going on. They got an iPad. I'll call them at night and say, hey, you see what happened on this? You guys, we didn't cover it yet, but we're going to cover it tomorrow. So I try to keep those guys engaged. My job, as a coach and mentor, when somebody goes down, I got to keep them involved. That's why I make those guys coach to being more involved. I ask those guys questions in meetings just as much as those guys that's actually participating physically ready to go, just to keep those guys engaged.